Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we take one final journey through Six Flags America, a park that has been home to unforgettable thrills, classic coasters, and countless memories. Join me as we say goodbye to a place that will always hold a special spot in the hearts of its fans. It's time for us to say goodbye to Six Flags America. For years this park has been a place filled with thrills, laughter, and memories. From towering drops of Superman Ride of Steel to the classic wooden charm of the Wild One, to the lively characters and family fun throughout the park. As I look back through my photographs from Six Flags America, each picture brings a memory flooding back. They aren't just snapshots, they're a piece of my own story within the park. There are photos from the entrance where excitement of the day always seemed to start. Looking at those shots, I can almost feel the anticipation again, the sound of music, the smell of food stands, and the thrill of knowing what adventures waited just beyond those gates. Some of my favorite photos of the coasters are Superman and Joker. Among the photos that stands out is a picture of the park's history wall. Each panel tells a story of how Six Flags America grew and changed over the years, from its early days through ride additions, rebrandings, and big coaster debuts. That wall captured the park's journey in a way my camera could preserve. Looking at those photos now, it feels like walking back through time. The history wall wasn't just about dates and milestones, it was a celebrate of everything the park became, and everything it's meant to people who visit it. For me, capturing it in photographs was like saving the heartbeat of the park and reminding of those where it started and how far it came. Another set of photos that I will treasure is from the DC area of the park. This section brought a larger-to-life heroes and villains to the Midway. From Superman soaring high above the Joker, twisting rides through chaos, walking through with my camera, I tried to capture not just the rides, but the details, bold colors, comic book themings, and the energy that this area carried. Going through these photos now, I see more than images. I see memories. These are the things that Six Flags America felt more than a part. They felt like a part of my life. And now, as we say farewell to these photographs becoming more important, they're not just a reminder of what once was, but they're proof of the moments that I was lucky enough to experience. And they hold joy for the fear, the fun, and the spirit of the park that might be gone, but will always live on in a memory. So I share these photographs one last time to remind this place of why it matters. Farewell, Six Flags America. Thank you for all the thrills, the smiles, the memories that I'll carry with me forever. Six Flags America was not just about the rides, but it was also about the summer days spent with friends, the excitement of hearing roaring coasters across the Midway, the small moments like shopping at the Emporium or stepping into Bugs Bunny's house. Six Flags America may not have been the biggest or the most famous park in the chain, but it had a charm of its own. For locals, it was a place to escape, to grow up, to return for one more ride. As the gates close, the Midway quiets, we hold on to the memories of the park that this created. The laughter, the screams, the traditions, and all of its lives on the people who visit it and the stories that we share. Farewell to Six Flags America, and thank you for the thrills and memories you'll never be forgotten. So this park closing ultimately is not really that surprising. It's never done extremely well among the chain, which is crazy because the area that it's in is right near DC, Baltimore, Northern Virginia. It could also be that they have had a lot of crime problems and other such of things that have been happening in the park. So there could be many reasons leading to its closure, but it wasn't really that shocking. It kind of always was rumored to be on the chopping block like every year for a long time because they haven't had a major investment in the park in a very long time. I don't think they've had a new coaster put in since Ragin' Cajun, maybe. And even that was a relocated coaster. So it's not surprising that it closed. It doesn't mean that it still isn't sad and still isn't bittersweet. The park meant a lot to me because I grew up in Virginia and my family is from Baltimore, Maryland. So I spent a lot of time going to this park throughout my summers, and I've gone at Halloween. I've gone throughout all the seasons because I visited my family in Baltimore quite often. So I have a lot of memories coming back to me, thinking about, my cousins and I riding roller coasters and having fun and all of this stuff. And I've been a theme park enthusiast practically probably my whole life. And I've loved roller coasters since I was 4.5. So I've done every roller coaster in this park, from the kiddie coaster all the way up to their, most exciting. I've also got to do some defunct coasters that no longer exist within the park, which are also really fun, like Batwing, which just recently announced its closure permanently. I've done that. I've also done, I think it was called Two-Face. It was like an inverted boomerang type coaster. It was really fun. It was, I think, in the spot where Ragin' Cajun is now. I've also spent a lot of time playing in the ball pit type thing they have there for little kids in Bugs Bunny's section. I remember doing that a lot as a kid. And another fun memory for me is that I've kind of always done this park with my mother. When we came in August to say farewell to the park, I came with my mom and my stepdad, as well as my partner. It was really fun to get to spend that time with my mother and have fun. And we've always done theme parks. We've been to Dollywood together. We've been to Disney together. We've been to Universal together. We've been to Kings Island and Cedar Point together. So we've done a lot of parks. We've done a lot of things under our belts, and since I was a kid. And so this park is always kind of a place that we meet up and, go and have fun at. And it will be sad that we won't get to do that anymore. I do hope that ultimately the park does get bought and either salvaged, or the rides that really are great standout attractions get moved to other parks. One of my favorite rides there while we were there, because Superman was down and testing while we were there, so I didn't get to ride Superman, but I have rode Superman before, so I'm not too sad. Plus Darien Lake isn't too far from where I currently live, so I can always ride the coaster that created that one up there, but was Wild One. I hope, and really do hope, that Wild One gets a coaster. My brain, what was I doing? Use this for Wild One. I really do hope that Wild One gets a new home, like Knoebels or somewhere, because it is an old coaster. It's over 100 years old, so it would be really a shame to watch that crumble. I do think that some of their other coasters will probably definitely get rehoused, or rehomed. I mean, new, moved around, whatever. I don't know about Superman, but some of the smaller ones will probably get homes at other parks, like maybe Six Flags Atlanta or something like that. The other option is that someone might come in and buy the land. I don't know if it got rezoned, so if it isn't rezoned, I don't think they'll be putting housing in. If it's rezoned, then yeah, they might be able to put housing. But if it isn't and it's still zoned for entertainment and theme park purposes, that does mean someone could come in and buy the park. A smaller chain maybe, or maybe an independent park. Maybe it will just be its own thing. Because I do think with the right investment and with the right people, I think this park could really grow and service the area that it needs to, because there really should be a large scale park within, DC, Northern Virginia, and Baltimore area. that people can go to, because the next closest park, I believe, would be King's Dominion or Hershey Park, and Great Adventure, of course, as well, is there. As the lights fade and the gates close, we say goodbye to Six Flags America. The coasters, the laughter, the memories will always stay with us. Thank you for the thrills, and farewell to a park that shall never be forgotten. Thank you. Enjoy.